Hello, everybody. This is Justin from the St. Charts with our second Australian ASX podcast. We're going to start with AWJ. And this one here, we've got a blue box reversal zone. So this one here, we've had a nice three-wave move to the downside. And from this blue box, I'm expecting the bulls to step in, buyers to appear, and hopefully we can make a push higher from around this level. So if I just run through this, so we've had a wave one up there, and anybody who follows me will know that I work in waves. I think the market works in waves. Well, it does work in waves, obviously. So that's on wave one, that's on wave two, and I'm hopeful that this is going to be our wave three. But in order to do that, we need to break that prior high here at about 0.40. If we can break and hold above that, that should then trigger this red box zone up here at 0.565 up to 0.665 cents. But obviously it could run a lot higher. I'm not saying that it couldn't go any higher than that, but that is the initial target once we've broken that prior high. So that is AWJ, worth doing some research. Next one I'm going to do is JLG. Just get that one up. And this one, again, is in a blue box reversal zone. And for me, this one's a bit of a gap play. I think that's where traders will be targeting. And so from here, as you can see, we've already had a bit of a big push up from that lows there. But for me, the initial target really would be the top of that box, sort of 3.18 cents, and then go on to hopefully fill that gap there at 3.75. So up to there, and then hopefully we can move on to that, fill that gap. I think a lot of traders will exit. I think we'll get a bit of a pullback, probably down to the top of that blue box, and then hopefully we can make another wave up and try and fill that gap there at sort of 5.1 cents. So that is JLG, worth doing some research, see why the declines happened. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about these ASX stocks, but I think that's a pretty good setup. And obviously, if it could go on to break the prior high there at 8.91, then, we could probably be taking sort of 10 cents and probably a bit higher than that. But I think we just concentrate on those gaps first. Next one I'm going to do is TMG, and just get that one up. And this one here, yeah, pretty good. This one is, for me, this is a clear 5-wave structure. I think we've had a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm expecting a 5 into this red box zone up here, and that's at 0.076 all the way up to 0.11 cents. So fingers crossed for those holding that can continue, and who knows, it could stretch higher, but that would be the target from my style of charting. The next one I'm going to do is LOT, and just get that one up. And again, this one's in a blue box reversal zone. So this, for me, I'm expecting at least a 3-wave bounce to the upside from around this level. So we could see just something like that, up to 0.3, who knows. But, if we could break that prior high, that would be absolutely significant. And I wouldn't believe my red box has gone there. But I think, we could be attacking sort of up there to 0.5 cents. I mean, that's 2.5 bags, isn't it? So, but, break that, we'd probably be heading towards a sort of 0.8 and 1 cents a level. So, worth doing some research, see what's been going on there. Clearly, it's had an absolutely terrific run from the lows back in February 2019. But, worth doing some research. But as I say, that to me is in a pretty good reversal zone. Fingers crossed we can get a couple of ways to the upside on that one. Next one I'm going to do is IVZ, and just get that one up. This one, again, I've got a blue box reversal zone here, which is a strong reversal zone at sort of 0.071, goes all the way down. But then I've got a blue box within the blue box at 0.055 down to 0.045 cents. So, and I'm expecting, again, a couple of ways higher to the upside. Who knows, sort of break above that top of that box at 0.071 cents. And if we can do that, then hopefully we can trigger another wave higher. And I think the obvious first point to call on that one is they're going to be that gap play there at 0.15 cents. That's a couple of bags from where it is at the moment. So, that's significant. If we can break and hold above that, there's another gap there at sort of 0.2 cents. And as I say, historically, it's filled the gaps. And if it can go on to break the prior high, obviously it's going to run a lot higher than that. But first things first, let's see if we can break the top of that box and then go and fill those first two gaps. So that is IVZ. Next one we're going to do is AZY, and just get that one up. And this one here, I think that this one, it's clearly, I think it's going to break this prior high here at 0.67. And I think we're going to go to this blue box zone here at 0.745, which goes all the way up to 1.15. So I think it might struggle at a big round number at 1. So, that for me would probably be the initial target, probably the middle of that box there. So that is AZY, looking good. WBT is my next one, and this one is... I've got a blue box reversal zone there. It's fallen outside of it. It did have a bounce, but I'm still... I think that he's going to have another bounce to the upside. If I look at if I split to the weekly, let's just have a look there. Yeah, it's looking like the MACD is about to turn, which is a good sign. I want to see the RSI above 50. That would be an even better sign. Probably cross a few of those moving averages if you use them. But for me, I think that next obvious target there, if the bulls can take control here, break those moving averages, I think that, we could be going up to this sort of level down here. So, it's 3.26 up to 3.77. So that would be the target for me on that one. The next one I'm going to do is RSG, and this is UK listed as well. So it kind of fits in. Oh, I've done the wrong one as well there. But RSG here, I called that one well, actually, for those who don't follow me. Before, I had a blue box reversal zone there, which is spot on. And then I had a red box zone down here at 1675, which didn't actually, I said at the time, I didn't think we were going to hit it at around this level. And I thought we were going to fill this gap, which is indeed, it seems to be in play at the moment. But if I just switch over to the ASX listed one, I think that, similar story here. We've got that gap fill there at 0.66. I think clear those. Once we get to there, I think we're going to get a lot of traders exit. So probably just a bit more upside if we just get that arrow to work properly. A bit more upside there, probably overshoot it slightly. And I think we'll probably get a pullback as the traders exit. And hopefully we can go on to smash that prior high at 0.89. And then trigger this red box zone up here at 1.07 up to 1.270, which actually ties in with the UK stock as well. So that's really a good sign. So as long as the news keeps on coming good out of the company and the commodities can do well, I don't see why that red box can't come into play fairly soon. TAH is my next one, and just get that one up. And this one here, I think that, goodness me, having a bad spell there. I think that this one here, that should have been a blue box reversal zone. It went up, tried to fill that gap, which is done. And we've had one wave to the upside from that strong reversal zone down there. And I think that, we've sort of broken that prior high. So for me, I think that we're going to see trading into the upper red box zone here. So probably a wave 1, a 2, and hopefully a 3 up to this 0.885 up to 0.985. So that's where I'm expecting TAH to be trading. It could shoot a lot higher than that, because I know a lot of these ASX ones do shoot a lot higher than that. So not saying that's going to be just going there. Worth doing research, see what's going on, see what news is due, and the reason why the bulls are so excited about that one. S32 is my next one, and just get that one up. And this one here, it's in a blue box reversal zone down here at 2.8. It's jumped out of that box there. There's a few gaps to play up here, 3.37. First one, there's another smaller gap there at 3.45. But I fancy this red box zone up here at 3.69 cents up to 4 cents, basically, isn't it? So that's worth doing some research, seeing what's going on there. But that would be my initial target, and then reassess the situation. Next one I'm going to do is ASB, and just get that one up. This one here, I think that this is a pretty active target. If I just look, the RSI's cooled down a bit. We're back above the 50. The MACD is looking like it's going to be turning in the next few trading sessions. And for me, I think this blue box target here at 5.64 up to 6.76 is where this one's heading in the sort of short term. So ASB, worth doing some research. ORA is my next one, and that's an Aquis. It's not that. ORA. Just check I've got the right one. There we go. Right. So this one here, I've got a red box. Unfortunately, I've not put it as a blue box. I've got them mixed up there, haven't I? Stupidly. But for me, this one here, it's a blue box reversal zone, should be. I've got it as red, sorry. For me, I think that, we're going to see probably a bit of downside, and then hopefully we can go up and sort of attack this trend line here. And we've sort of had sort of 1, 2, 3, at least 3 touches of that trend line. So if we can break above it, I think that we would be heading into that blue box there at 2.57 up to 2.81, and then probably do a back test of that break, and then hopefully head higher again. So that would break the downtrend. Worth doing some research, see what's going on there. But fingers crossed, I think, get a bit of a pullback, try and attack this trend line here, and then hopefully you can break that into that blue box down there, and then go back, test the breakout, and then hopefully we can head higher once again. Next one we're going to do is HMD, and just get that one up. And this one is in a blue box reversal zone, it's fallen way below it, isn't it? And as with any of these stocks, you need to make sure that you've got some volume. You need to make sure that the company is good. You need to make sure that there's some news due in order to entice new investors in. But it's worth doing some research on this one. And as I say, we've got a lot of sort of divergence there, which is a good sign. As long as we've got good volumes or reasonable volumes, hopefully we can expect at some stage a sort of a 3-wave bounce to the upside. And for me, the initial target there would be just the top of that box, which is roughly 4.5 bags. So definitely worth doing some research, see what it's all about. Obviously, the smaller the market cap, the higher the risk, and the lower the volume, again, higher the risk. But worth doing some research on that one. HMD said TAM is my next one, and just get that one up. Again, this one, I had a blue box reversal zone. It didn't quite reach it, but I think, if it does go to that area, it would be absolutely fantastic as a opportunity to buy. So that's at sort of 0.026 and a bit below. But for me, if the bulls can take control here and we can break this prior high, to sort of, break and hold above about 0.096, should give us this red box zone, and possibly higher, of course, at 0.11 to 0.13 cents. So that is TAM. We're doing some research. POD is my next one and my last one for today. And this one, unfortunately, I missed that from last week. But I had a blue box reversal zone at 0.021, and indeed the bulls have stepped in. And for me, this one really, it's been a really long-term decline since May 21. I don't know what the company's all about, but obviously minerals of some sort. But whatever it is, worth doing some research, finding out what commodity it's in, see what news is due. But I would expect at least a 3-wave bounce over the, a multi-month sort of period, as long as the news is good, of course, sort of up to there. So it could be a multi-bagger, potentially 10 bags or 7 and 8 bags in that one, if the news is good and the company is good. So do some research, and hopefully that is the end of that awful decline in that one. So there you go. That's me for today. Hopefully back again next weekend. See you again soon.